नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Today's topic for the webinar is shades of relationships. Understand, people cognize relationship in various shades. Sometimes monogamous, sometimes polygamous, sometimes complete celibacy, sometimes complete suppression, not celibacy, suppression, sometimes over expression, over sexed, various shades. First thing I want to tell you, I am not going to tell you what is right, what is wrong, what you should do, what you should not do. No. I am going to tell you cosmic constitution, what Paramashiva wants, how he looks at the shades of relationships, like a rainbow shades, how he looks at the whole shades. That's all I am going to tell you. Understand? Listen very carefully, because I don't want to say something is right, something is wrong, because it all depends upon the natural selection you have done, your body has done. Understand? Your totality of your body and consciousness, Chit Jatak Granthi, that is what Hindu tradition, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, cosmic constitution describes you. Chit Jatak Granthi, the conscious decisions of your Anma, soul, natural selections of your body, DNA, these two overlapping on each other, forming a knot, is you. Now, this conscious decision and natural selection, these two, how it is matching, overlapping, decides whether you are going to be a celibate, suppressed, monogamous, just having one or two affairs outside your legitimate relationship, or polygamous. All that is going to be decided by these two overlapping, your conscious decision process and your natural selection DNA. Listen. Just because every one of you have a human body, do not think you are all human beings. This generalization is the worst crime done against you. Each one of you are unique because your conscious decision process is not measured by any so-called rational scientific methodology till now. Only the natural selection, DNA evolution, natural selection is studied. Only that part is studied and understood. Understand? Just because the science has not yet evolved to study something, you trying to deny that is a mediocre mentality. Be very clear. Do not accept authority. Faith on, blind faith on so-called rational system. Listen. Blind faith on so-called rational system and bowing down to the authority of the rationality never allows you to see the reality. Please understand. Before even the science was catching up with the reality, reality was reality. Somebody asked me the other day, oh, in Vedas it says sun goes round the earth. Oh, it is already proven. Earth only is going round the sun. Fool, listen. If you keep your address as a planet Earth, what you say, planet Earth goes round the sun, is right. But if you add the second line to your address, solar galaxy, and the third line to your address, Milky Way, you will understand what I am saying. This whole solar galaxy is going around something. We don't measure time in years, we measure in kalpas. Understand? If you make your address as planet Earth, what you say is right. Yes, Earth goes round sun. But if you make your address as solar galaxy, second line, Milky Way, third line, then you will understand every kalpa, billions of years, sun goes round the earth. When earth is continuously going around the sun, be very clear. Your rational is able to reach only to the level of planet earth as your address. So, the statement you are making, earth goes round the sun, is right. But our Vedic rishis, their reality, their perception was able to go to the third line of the address. Planet Earth, solar galaxy, Milky Way. Because they were able to go to the third line of the address and their calendar is few billion years. When they make a statement, sun goes round the earth, it is reality. It's reality. Understand? Sometimes the rational understanding is yet to catch up with reality. Don't be fanatic, mediocre to deny reality because science is yet to catch up with the reality. I tell you, 20 years before, nobody can understand so much realization about the consciousness can happen to human beings. Years before, scientific community, no scientist would have even imagined so much of understanding, acceptance, revelations, realizations about consciousness will happen. Now it has become a common subject. Accepting the interference of the consciousness in the perception of our reality is becoming more and more common thought current. Listen. Soon science will catch up with what I am saying. You are not just DNA which has done natural selection. In the process of mutation and survival of the fittest and evolved, you are conscious decision of your soul, Anma, and the body which has evolved with natural selection process in its DNA. You are both together. Chit Jatak Grandhi. Understand? So, depends on the natural selection your DNA has done, and depending on the level of evolution your DNA has gone through, it allows the frequency of the consciousness to be reflected on it. I'll give you a simple example. There are some bodies very difficult to push food inside, like my body. I have to struggle so much to push food inside. I have to develop like a big habit to push the food or things inside. There are some bodies which will be constantly eating. They cannot keep quiet. I am not saying something is right, something is wrong. The body which is constantly eating, the body maybe just now became human body. It really happened once. My great inspiration and one of my gurus, had the opportunity of great gurus in my life, and one of my gurus, amazing being, I have ultimate Tyagi, one of the greatest Tyagi, the renounced saint I have seen in my life. His name was Swami Ranganathananji Maharaj. He was at that time vice president of the Ramakrishna Order, and then he became president of the Ramakrishna Order. I had the fortune of getting initiation and sitting at his feet. I was at that time kitchen in charge in Ramakrishna Mat Mailapur. I was serving as a kitchen responsibility brahmachari. And even at those days, I can't push food in my body. It takes too much of effort to eat. But I cannot tolerate this new brahmacharis coming into the mud, eating left and right. And I went and asked him directly, Swamiji, why is this happening? Should I allow this or not? He laughed and said, hey, maybe their background was such. They are enjoying the food. Allow it. In 1 month, they will become all right. They will settle down. And I have always seen in 1 month, they settle down. Same way, if you have taken the body from animal to human being first time, now only you have done the natural selection process and jumped into the human body. Naturally, your senses will need too much of support from the external inspiration, like a lot of quantity of food will be required, lot of sights pleasure, lot of music pleasure, lot of smell pleasure, lot of touch pleasure, lot of sexual pleasure. Too much is needed to keep yourself engaged, entertained, alive. And if you are denied of all that, you will be depressed. That's a problem. You will be depressed. So I don't want to say what is right, what is wrong. I don't want to give you a kind of a generalized solution. I will reveal the sacred secrets Paramashiva reveals. If you have already done the survival, means the natural selection process, more and more, means from animal body you took the jump to human body. In the human body you lived few births and you have done a lot of conscious decision and more natural selection, and you evolved your system. Suddenly, listen carefully, too much of shadow of conscious decision gets embedded into your natural selection process, and you develop something called Divya Sarira, light body, which reduces your sensual needs drastically to keep you alive and excited. Means, if your Divya Sarira develops more and more, with less input from the external world, you will be more alive, joyful, excited, inspired, radiating. You may not need sense pleasures to keep you alive and active. Now, you need to look in and see where you are standing in your natural selection process and where you want to go using your conscious decision power. Natural selection is not prison if you know to use conscious decision. If you don't use conscious decision, the natural selection DNA you evolved can be a prison. Understand? If you know how to get out of a room, that room is a room for you, not prison. If you don't know how to get out of a room, then that room itself is a prison for you. So all natural selection DNA you evolved, if you know how to play with it with your conscious decision, it is beautiful body you reside. Otherwise, it will be prison you reside. Understand? If you know to use your conscious process and manifest what you want in the body where the natural selection DNA has happened, you are living in Garbhagraha. Your body is your temple. If you are not able to manifest your conscious decision capacity and you are getting manipulated by the natural selection DNA evolution which has happened in you, means you are bound by your body, means you are in Karagraha, means prison. Whether you are in Karagraha or Garbhagraha is going to be decided by your ability to do the conscious decision and play with the natural selection DNA evolved and with which you are living. Listen carefully. The good news I have for you is the natural selection DNA which has happened and with which you made your body is less powerful than your conscious decision making capacity. That's a good news. The great news I have for you is the conscious decision capacity can just manifest anything it wants miraculously on your DNA. It can edit, alter, delete, do anything it wants on your natural selection process and on your DNA. Understand? If you can play with your conscious decision and make sure you build a new DNA, your Divya Sarira, having powerful conscious cognitions as your core. Every child should be given this right. Growing up with powerful cognitions as core cognitions of you. I tell you, that is the fundamental human right. Understand, if you are a human being on this planet Earth, you should know the cosmos and its flow. Knowing your home, cosmos, makes you manifest powerful cognitions. It is your fundamental right. Right to education, right to spiritual education, right to real education. Every child should understand the reality, the volume, quality and quantity, length, breadth, depth, the whole science of the cosmos, and should know where we are. Our address is not planet Earth. Our address is planet Earth, solar galaxy, Milky Way, cosmos. Understand? If you know your address completely, your understanding about you will change. For billions of years, life exists on planet Earth. And even though 5 times complete extinction has happened, life was so strongly persistent. It was able to re-manifest itself again and bring itself to its existence again. This shows the truth of eternal life. Please understand, I am not teaching religious principles. I am teaching you the cosmic constitution, the sacred truths, sacred secrets. Every child should learn these basic sacred secrets, powerful cognitions. It is fundamental right of a child. I want to tell you, oh Hindus, you guys have amazing cosmic constitution revealed by Paramashiva as Vedas and Upanishads. I am here standing with you guys, in front of you guys with a begging bowl. Drop your ignorance in the begging bowl I am carrying. I am not asking your money, your time, your treasure, your talent. No. I am asking you to drop your resistance and ignorance, mediocre mentality into the begging bowl I am carrying. Have little listening to Paramashiva's revelations in Vedas and Agamas. It is your fundamental right. If you know your full address, your idea about you will drastically, suddenly change. There's a beautiful story, again, from Swami Ranganathananji. He describes this story that a prince, due to some conspiracy in the palace, was taken away when he was too young and left to beg in different country. And by, even he forgot he was a prince, and he started believing he is a beggar and started living as a beggar. When the king was about to die, he gets the information his son is there somewhere in another country, and he should bring him back to make him as king, next king. He sends his ministers. The ministers go and stand in front of the beggar. First, the beggar could not recognize Slowly, slowly, the ministers are reminding him some of the incidents and his birthmarks. Suddenly, like a click, the beggar realizes he is no more a beggar. He was a prince. He is a prince. The moment he recognizes he is a prince, his whole body language changes. The way he relates changes. The way he carries himself, the way he carries others, the way he carries himself and the way he holds others, everything changes. And he says, yes, where is my chariot? Let's go back. Same way, if you know your address is not just planet Earth. Your address is planet Earth. Next line, solar, galaxy, then Milky Way, cosmos. If you know that, you will understand. Hey, I am carrying the life which is so persistent, survived 5 major extinction efforts. Understand, 5 times planet Earth has gone through complete extinction. But life comes back. That life you are carrying inside. That life you are carrying inside. Understand? That life flourishes, manifests, raises its frequency, rules life by more and more conscious decisions and powerful cognitions. That is the greatest asset you can gather when you are a baby, when you are growing up. That is the best asset. I should say that is a fundamental right for all human beings. I have a small video. I wanted all of you to see a video called Cosmic Eye. Then I'll explain. understand, knowing the telescopic and microscopic reality of you, self, God, Ishvara, Jagat, universe, makes you make right decisions about relationships. Understand? Don't think I'm giving an impractical solution for your simple day-to-day problems. No. No band-aid solution can help you in your relationships. Do you think just a plastic smile can help you completely be happy with your family and relationships? No. Your core need to cognize powerful cognition. Only then your attitudes and understanding about you and life will get matured. Maturity means having the telescopic and microscopic vision, clarity, powerful cognition about everything you are handling in your life. Everything you are handling in your life having telescopic and microscopic vision is what I call enlightenment. You, the self, universe, world, God, Ishvara, Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, about all these three having telescopic and microscopic vision, clarity, is what I call enlightenment. That is what I call having powerful cognition. These powerful cognitions, if you apply in your life, you will always be successful. You will be living enlightened life. Understand? It's a fundamental birthright of every child, every human being. Knowing where you are, having telescopic and microscopic vision and clarity about the individual self, Jiva, Ishvara, God, Jagat, world. So, I will insist more on developing powerful cognitions in your life than any band-aid. Smile, laugh, dance. I'm not against smiling and I'm not against dancing. I'm not against laughing, but I am against believing only those things are ultimate solution. I am against that. Believing just laughing, dancing, smiling is the ultimate solution is absolutely cheating yourself. The smile has to come from maturity. Dance has to come from knowing of the cosmic dance. Love has to come from knowing of the Ishvaratva. When you know life cannot be destroyed, you know nothing can touch you, you will start loving and being compassionate with everyone. You can't destroy me, so I am compassionate and loving to you. You are not a threat for me. Nobody is a threat for me. Nobody is a threat for you. From that powerful cognition, when you love, that's a real love. Understand, whether love or life or laughter or dance, everything has to be from powerful cognition. the shades of relationship is decided by the conscious decision process. Decide to use the conscious decision process to break free from the DNA you developed by natural survival. So, essence of today's satsang, conscious decision is more powerful than natural selection process developed DNA. So upload the satsang, essence of today's satsang as your Facebook status and tag into Sri Nithyananda Swami page. Of course, social media ambassadors are handling that page. They have reclaimed it. There was some anti-Hindu elements were hacking it and misusing, doing some chatting, all that. They were trying to harass and disturb, but fortunately the social media ambassadors have retrieved that page and they are operating it. So you can tag your status again to the Sri Nithyananda Swami page. Blessings. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.